All right. All right, all right. Are we live? Live? Is everything working? The internet can totally see you now. Checking the live stream. All right. Here we go. All right. It seems like everything is working up in this bitch. How's everybody doing? Welcome. Just some housekeeping notes as usual. Don't forget to subscribe to Papa G's house. If you want to send me emails, links, or videos and stuff you want me to check out, papaghouse@gmail.com. Emails are open. We've got some unread ones already, which is cool. If you want to go check the rest of the social media stuff, it is in the bar down here. Check the watermark. Just click a subscribe for a brother. It's good to see you guys. So without further ado, it's Friday, baby. Let's kick this bad boy off. That's where we're going. Back in your lives, in your ears, and in your face. Welcome to episode 36 of Papa G's house. 36. We're getting up there. This is my eighth live stream since we have begun this journey of lockdown. And I can't believe that I've stuck to 6 p.m. Tuesday, 6 p.m. Friday for the last 4 weeks. Unbelievable. Well, thank you guys for sticking around. I really appreciate all the interaction. It's Friday. Let's have some drinks with Papa G's house and wind down to the weekend. And, Saturday's a little bit different. It was a shitty week for me. Just sitting, watching emails, playing secretary. It wasn't the most exciting. Obviously nowhere to go. Pretty much, watched all the cool shows that I wanted to watch, pretty much. And here we are at Friday. It definitely feels different. It feels like I've got no responsibility for tomorrow. So, damn. Let's check out the chat. It's time from Jared Ronenberg. Art Pereira says, audio be good. Josh Grady says, yeah. Art says, this better be fun because this week sucked ass. What did I just say? I said this week sucked ass. I didn't enjoy it whatsoever, but I'm looking forward to what things are to come. Because remember, on the last episode, Desperate Measures, I'm 4 days into my homebrew, so I'm looking forward to seeing how those beers taste. Jared, and I'm down to my last 2 beers. Oh, dude, I feel your pain. It is what it is. But, hey, what can you do? Actually, now is the right time to say you got 2 beers left. I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news, but they have not lifted the ban on alcohol and cigarettes. So, yeah, everybody's scrambling. So, it is what it is. Let's just try and get through this together. Maybe, this kind of is a little light entertainment for an hour and a half twice a week, whatever. I'm having fun, so I hope you guys are having fun. Seems like everybody's here, and everybody's early. Everybody's in the house. Ali, what's up? What up, fools? Jared, it looks like G's going to be playing us some songs on his axe there. No, actually, I have been playing a lot of guitar ever since Ill System has started working on finishing this new song that is almost done, almost completely done. I started jamming a lot, writing some riffs, and I must say I was pleasantly surprised when I went down and I played my old drop C tuning. Wow, it sucks to play such heavy gauge strings. Oh my goodness. Going from the LTD to the Squire, the Jim Root over there, oh my word, I don't know why I have to play with such horrible strings. So I've had a blast. I've been writing hard. I've been writing some banging riffs. Just need to put some drums and stuff to it so I can start getting demos going and sending it to everybody. Let's get back to the chat. Hey, what's up, Devil Speak? Hello, everyone. Yeah, got less and less beers left lately. Yeah, any cigs in the southern suburbs? No cigs. This shows a shining light in the bleakness of these times. Thanks, Patrick Dudgeon. You're a legend. Thanks for those words, bro. And Art Pereira, no cigar. Melon Collin making a return to Papa G's house. Awesome. But don't forget, guys, if you want me to check anything out, send me links in the inbox. I see Ramon actually sent me 2 in advance, so I'll check that out at some stage today. But let's talk about the title of this episode, where I said Earth is a pajama planet. And immediately, every day I get up, especially during the week, I'll get up, make a cup of coffee, come sit, open up the emails, watch the emails come through. But then I end up getting stuck, and I end up sitting until like 12 o'clock in my gown and my bathrobe, etc. And I end up only like showering midday these days, and it immediately made me think of my buddy Mark Allnut of Pyjama Planet, because he loves his pajamas and he named his band and studio after it. And so the Earth at right now is a pajama planet. So I'm gonna be chatting to Mr. Mark Allnut in a bit. We'll chat some. I'm not gonna make this an extraordinary long podcast. Let's pack a lot of punch into about an hour and a half or so. Ramon the Overachiever says, Art, Mark gonna be your guest? Yes, that is correct. We'll chat to him around 6:30 odd. Where in the darn tootin' is Mark? Art says he showers every 2 days. Sis man, let's get this chat up, shall we? There we go. Mark was right all along. That's what I'm saying. He predicted this thing. But I also think this is nothing that he's out in the sticks at the moment. So I pretty much think that besides going to the shops and stuff, he's on his farm doing his thing. But so what's been keeping you guys busy? Obviously, there's nothing really too much to report on. So you guys in the comments need to help me out. Obviously, you guys haven't been out. I haven't been out. I mean, I don't want to go troll through Twitter and Facebook and all that shit to try and talk about current events. I want to know what's been going on your side as well. That's the point of a live chat, y'all. Let's do it. I've been showering every second day since drought times. Yeah, I would shower, but I'd limit to the 2-minute vibe. I can't do it. I can't get up. Well, I used to. If I worked from home, I would be able to just go to work without showering. But when I have to go to work, I need a shower desperately. It just wakes me up, I can tell you all about my work, really, lol. No, excellent. Hey, listen, any story is a good story, basically, the news from this side is obviously I was looking to see if I could get my hands on some of my delicious savannas that I enjoy so much. and that was denied today. We found out that everything's going back. That they're sticking to the booze lockdown, but then I saw certain industries are going back, which don't even make sense really to me. So we'll see how this all goes. I don't even know if the 2 weeks, I was looking at the US's numbers, even though they haven't, I don't know if they've done a full lockdown in the US or anything like that, but their numbers are crazy. Their numbers are mad. And I watch a lot of podcasts of my favorite comedians and stuff. They're all still operating as per usual. I mean, fucking Joe Rogan the other day, Chris D'Elia has just released his comedy special on Netflix, which I watched today. It's damn good. Joe Rogan's testing everybody for COVID before they come into the studio, which is crazy. Yeah, but the guys are chiming in. Oh, obviously you can see in the chat, but it's so weird to see how laid back they are, because they are experiencing such a high rate of infections and deaths and everything. It's crazy. It's crazy. I did watch something today. I don't know how true it is, but they've identified a way to block it or something and that it'll work within 20 minutes or something to that effect. There was some link. Some guy in San Francisco was on the line to some chick in New Zealand or whatever. I don't know. Don't ask me about all that stuff. Yeah. So that's hectic. Let's just go to the chat here quickly. I think I've missed some stuff. I was actually about to start my EP. Just was working on my first riff, and my girlfriend reminded me your show is on. Oh, jeez. I'm sorry, bro. That's brilliant. I love it. Hey, listen. Maybe you'll leave in a better mood and be even more creative than when you started. So hopefully it doesn't ruin everything. Hopefully it'll inspire thee to create even more brutal riffs, bouncy, whatever. That's awesome. I like that a lot. Yeah, so I've got a couple of brews that I'm waiting on. I've done 2 buckets of hard apple cider. That should be ready on Monday. So I'm hoping that it's going to be successful, especially if there's a booze lockdown that it continues. I need to do it. Another thing I did now, just concentrating on me pulling my mic down, is I don't know why I didn't decide to take one of my boom arms from the Papa G's couch area and put it here, because that desk one was so invasive. It was ridiculous. I think we're the only spot not selling drinks and smokes though. Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, they were saying the other day that South Africa has one of the most strict lockdowns in the world. But I think it's for good reason. Look, everybody's going to suffer, but this thing's going to pass. Let's just stay the fuck at home until it passes. And then we can deal with the consequences thereafter, I think. Not everybody's favored opinion, but that's mine. I think we should just stay at home, get used to the vibe, and because at the end of the day, when we go back, I don't think anything's going to go back to normal in any event. Everybody's going to be very sheepish. And then also, I read that live shows and all that kind of stuff are going to be postponed until 2021 or something like that. Crazy. At least someone in the USA is doing testing. Bill Burr's Monday morning podcast and Bill Burr's Thursday podcast just before Friday. Yeah. No, I get that. I watched the Bill Burr thing as well. I think we're the only spot. Yeah, okay, I got that. Dave from OGod has a cool idea. Kind of crowdsourcing drum programming for a riff. A lot of guys jumped on it. If any guitarists have riffs and want funky patterns to collaborate, hit us drummers up. That's a good initiative. Hey man, No one's stopping you. You must just go ahead and do it. And the time is now. So put yourself out there. Apparently, smokes are banned because it makes the effects worse and also prevents people going into manufacturing. Anyway, I must find a better place for these chats. Let me actually do that right now. I've been looking up for like the last forever. Oh, that's way better. Why haven't I been doing that forever? I feel like such an idiot. Apparently, smokers are banned because it makes the effects worse and it also prevents people going into manufacture to limit exposure for unnecessary industry. Okay, kind of get what she's trying to say there. Yeah, they said here the other day there won't be a return to normal until a vaccine is sorted. Yeah, I mean, that's what I heard as well. Long ass time. Jason Ling in Berlin. He is in the industry there. Oh, it wasn't Jason Ling the bass player for Taxi Violence? I'm pretty sure that is him. Says the music scene is fucked till August next year. That's all very realistic as far as I'm concerned. I think that is very realistic. So we're gonna have to see what happens, man. We're in very interesting times. And I don't want to sound like a stuck record, but what are we gonna do about it? I mean, at the end of the day, we're in lockdown. We have to be, because at the end of the day, we've got to look after our elders. You know, I've got a 93-year-old grandmother. She catches that stuff, she's not going to be in very good shape. My parents are close to 70 at the same time. You know, who knows? Who knows how it could, you know, and for me personally, if any was irresponsible and my parents like had to contract it, or my grandmother because someone acted irresponsibly, I'm going to do some nasty things. Yeah, that's just the way it is. You know, some people want to go and hang out with their buddies. It's just, you can't, unfortunately, because you don't know how many people that person's been in contact with, because they being so loose with their movements. How do you know if it's not going to affect you? Anyway, enough of that fucking talk. I'm really not interested in talking much more coronavirus, but other than very cool, Patrick, I like that idea. If you guys want to collaborate, that's rad. I'm stoked. Okay, I'll take the last one. Art says a vaccine better happen, otherwise we're going to be living in a George Romero world. I'm going to have to look that up. Yeah, man. So it's just one of those things. We have to do with what we have to do. Fuck. I mean, I can't even speak right now. It's hectic. Oh yes, another thing. While we talk about a little current event, I don't know if you guys can see, I'm sporting the FTG t-shirt today because very cool stuff that they announced yesterday, along with their new single Small Hands. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Kind of wish it went on for longer, you know, like, but that's what they're doing. They want you to get that fire. So and them signing to a record label, crazy, out of this world. I think. I'll check now what record label it is. Maybe we'll even give it a play and ask for forgiveness later. Because at the end of the day, I'm not making money off this thing, you know. At the end of the day, can play some sneaky YouTube vids. You feel me? Small hands, do they smell of cabbage? I don't know what that means. Yeah, Charles has got I shared the video yesterday and he commented, small wrists. He's always said he's got small wrists, and I looked at his wrists and I was like, dude, you got bigger wrists than most people. Crazy. And he still doesn't believe me. Such a good track, FTG killing it, of course. They're doing great. And I love the fact that they have been signed to a label in Germany, because they've been doing it, this is like their 12th, 13th year of just grinding. And ever since Regan joined the band, they've been like extra busy. And it's good to see some new material with the new vocalist. You know what I mean? I dig it. Maybe what I can do is I'll see if I can get in touch with them and see if I can get them on the line. Maybe I can get a a few of them on the line, like on a Zoom little conference, and get it up Tuesday or Friday next week. That sounds cool. Any music, you guys? Any new music that's been tickling your fancy of late? Well then, let's see. Hit me with some local submissions. I don't know what I saw the other day. I reckon Zoom created the virus. Yeah, because they're doing fucking well. Jeez. I mean, I mentioned it like a couple of episodes ago that Zoom's usage has just gone through the roof. Absolutely through the roof. It's something to behold. I mean, I even did a webinar. Attended a webinar to this today at 2:00 for work, and it's all Zoom. All the podcasts that I enjoy watching on a daily or a weekly basis are all through Zoom. Everything. Devil Speak says, Josh said first, and then Devil Speak said, new Black Dahlia murder released today. It's amazing. New Black Dahlia, Oransi Pazuzu and Bismarck today. Sure. Suppose you guys also at live. So what live? Have you seen the Puddle of Mud? Have you seen the Puddle of Mud cover of Nirvana? So bad. Nope, I haven't. I have not. I'm intrigued. Link so it doesn't happen. Oh my OMG, that Nirvana cover is something special. Oh my god. Okay, please someone link me. I need to see this. The bassist face. Lol. I refuse to watch it. Well, we're about to if someone can send me the link. Who is going to be the person who sends me that link? Let's see. I will wait. That's so funny. And is this late? Is this a latest cover? Is this a recent Wes Scantlin endeavor? Interesting. Because the only things I ever hear about Wes Scantlin and Puddle of Mud is that he's getting arrested or getting released from jail. One of the two. That's hilarious. I used to love that band, you know. Everything's so blurry. That was a Fred Durst. Product. He discovered Puddle of Mud, and he signed them, and he did all the crazy things. And anything that Fred Durst was attached to back in the day, I was in love with. So I became in love with Puddle of Mud at the same time. I was such a Fred Durst dick rider. I love that guy. I loved him so much. It was crazy. He was like my hero. Crazy. New metal, bruh. Still listen to Significant Other to this day. All the time. In these modern times, bad performances are getting the streams. It's crazy. Okay, where's that link at, yo? Let's see. No emails yet. But that's crazy. But, yeah, is it new? I don't know. It's been a crazy couple of days. I mean, it's work, but the same old shit every single day. Work, finish work, twiddle thumbs, play some PlayStation, play some guitar, and look forward to my Tuesday and Friday live stream with all the peeps. I love it. Mr. Art Pereira was the first to forward on that link. Thank you, kind sir. I appreciate it. This was on Sirius XM. You kidding me? Well, we got to check this out. Derek, unfortunately, you're going to see it now, bro. Lol, I guess I'll watch it now then. Of course you will. Come on. We got to take the good with the bad. Okay, you might. About a girl. Isn't that just E minor G the whole way through? Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, it is. Okay. So, here's hoping that everything's going to work. I say that every time. You know what? I just need to get a faster computer. Just some more RAM, some more juice for the tank. You feel me? Sorry, I've been watching a lot of Chris D'Elia in the last 2 days, and he says you feel me a lot. Whoops. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah. We have a problem. Just a slight issue. We'll get there. There we go. Cool. Thank goodness. No. Yeah. Oh, don't do this to me, people. We'll get there. We'll get there, fam. Just joking. I didn't mean to call you fam. Oh, my word. There we go. Let's go.
Head to hand, I do. Thank you for this too, I do. But you have a clue. Take it, then it's wow. You hang me out to dry. I can see you every night. Hope you have the time. I do. Pick up number 2. I do.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Keep with.
I will not subject you to any more of that. Wow. Wow. Damn. When was that? What? What was... Yeah, I thought that guy was amazing. That's not real, is it? No. He wouldn't release something like... I mean, you know, he's not tone... He can't be tone deaf. That was incredible. That was incredible. Very strange. Wow. Very interesting. Hey, big spender. Whoa, that's the Papa G emails. Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. I you know, but then again, he has been, you know, he has been a bit of a naughty boy, and you know, maybe he's not practiced, or I don't know. Jeez, maybe he came from a bender the night before. That was crazy. That was crazy. Anyway, so it's Opera 6. I think it's time to get in touch with my man, Mr. Mark J. Allnut, to have a discussion. I did, after all, name half of my episode after his band because he predicted the apocalypse. So I'm just going to send him a little invite, and then we'll be A for away. Let's hope this doesn't play as terribly as the video did. Because, damn. And you know, I don't have essential service kind of vibe, so I can't go and just buy a couple more gigs of RAM, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Crazy. Oh, Mark's in the chat. Mark's in the chat. There he is. What's up, dude? Hey, guys and girls. Why did they post it? This was obviously the best take. That was just terrible. Sure. Crazy. Definitely didn't expect that. That was nuts. Just taking a while to get everything going, as usual. I should have checked out my specs of my PC before I wanted to start doing live streaming with interviews and all that shit. Craziness. Here we go. I always enjoy chatting to this guy. We've been friends since about 2013 when we first bumped into each other again. Hilarious. There we go. Let's get him that link there. Jeez, everything is so slow. Crazy. It's seriously painstaking at times. Seriously. But whoever's got drinks left, I hope you're enjoying it. Whoever's not, I'm sorry. It's just one of those things that we have to get through together, you know? Things will go back to normal. Let's say, things will go back to normal. Let's do it. It better. Oh, some new faces. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the live chat. And Rodney, anyone selling booze or cigs in here? No. I wish. I do wish that. Holy crap. What's up, man? Thanks for joining. Well, we might as well, while we're waiting for Mr. Mark to load up, click a subscribe, send me emails. But more importantly, click that subscribe button. There's a little watermark on the bottom right-hand side of your screen. It's my little logo. Hover over it. It will subscribe you to the channel. Do it. All right. As usual, things are taking a little longer than expected. Take a little sip of my spritzer. All right. Let's get this man full screen. Have you got audio, bro? So let me know when you can hear me. There we go. Let's see. I can't hear you yet, bro. Just sorting out some issues. He looks stellar in his dressing gown. We haven't spoken in a while. Hopefully we're going to see a little bit of Pyjama Planet vibes. See what they're up to. See what they are doing, or he is doing. So he's got some lovely candles there. Don't worry, man. Don't let it stress you out. Let me see. Mark, oh, there we go. He's connecting to audio. Still can't hear you. Tried for 6 years, Julian Emden. Still can't hear you, man. Can you hear me? Can I? Let's try this again. I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll send you a new link. Wait, yeah, let me just leave this meeting. There we go. I'll start a new meeting. Hey, guys. Awesome setup. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate it. Been working hard a couple of years since I started the podcast. I think we're getting there nicely. Technical difficulties as usual, but I will not keep you guys too much longer. I said Mr. Mark Allnut will be on this episode, and I am true to my word. Even if you see him, if you don't hear him, you will still see him. It will still go down as I had Mr. Mark Allnut on my show. I will not give up. I will not give up. Quitters never win. There we go. Yeah, so what you guys been up to? Rodney, what's up? Tell me what you been up to, buddy. Gee, you got things singing now, by the way. Nice one. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. You know, with experience comes experience. You know, just by doing it religiously. And I must say, I'm surprised myself. I've surprised myself by sticking to the 6 p.m. slot twice a week. Tell you what, it's not easy. It is not easy. But you know, I'm getting into a routine. At least another thing that I've discovered is great is I know I've got a routine twice a week. I know what I have to do on a Tuesday and a Friday, so I look forward to it now. And you know, even though there's not a whole bunch to talk about, because you know how much news is there going on in the world other than that fucking virus. So we feed each other news. We do our own news, and you know, you guys show me new music, and I'll show you new music as well. That's another thing. No, not a single person in this chat last episode knew about Dropping Daylight. Anybody know about Dropping Daylight? Come on, man. How do you guys know not know Dropping Daylight? They weren't the biggest band, but they had a great album. They had a great album. So I think there we go. There he is. Yes, yeah, I can. Let me just... I can hear you. Can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Yes, I can. I just can't hear you. You can't hear me clearly. Oh, there we go. Now you sound like you're actually talking to me. Oh, dearie me. Yeah, that's not... Yeah. Anyway. No, that's never happened before. Let me just check here quickly. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Yeah, no, we're having some clear audio difficulties between the two of us. This is the first time I've been able to hear a guest and he's not been able to hear me. I've checked the audio settings and we seem all good. So I can only assume that we're experiencing another first at Papa G's house. Well, what can you do? What can you do? Hey, can you hear me? There we go. Can you hear me? Oh, thank God. There we go. Fantastic. All right, I'm going to get you on in a second. Sorry for the... That was funny. All right, cool. We sorted. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, welcome Mr. Mark Allnut of Pyjama Planet, the man who predicted the pandemic by naming his studio and band Pyjama Planet because he knew that one day we would all be living in our pajamas.
Hello?
You've disappeared for some reason, my man. Are you doing this to me on purpose?
Yes.
You trying to fuck with me?
Yeah, I was.
Okay. Is that what you've been doing the entire time?
Yeah, I was just waiting in the corner, like for my entrance.
Oh well, there we go.
Essentially.
Finally, Mr. Mark Allnut. How you
How's it
doing,
going?
my dude?
I was, I'm good, man. It's so weird not being able to see you, but just, well, I guess it's like a regular phone call then, isn't it?
Yeah,
I
exactly,
suppose.
exactly. Don't
Yeah.
worry, I can
Not
see
very,
you.
not very
You're
different.
looking stellar.
That's all that counts.
You know, the thing is, I have to buy more cameras in order for you to see me. You know, and I just don't have that kind of ability right now.
I know Julian Emden. I saw him on the chat just now. I'd love to get his opinion on my frame setup and my lighting, even though it's through a cell phone.
Yeah, dude. Look, I mean, for the most part, cell phones do the best. Cell phones by
They
far
seem-
done the best. Laptops
They
suck
seem to,
with this
just
stuff. Ach, I wouldn't worry too much about your.
Oh, you?
Yeah, I'm good, dude. I'm surviving. I'm surviving. I see a couple of people already said the hair. Haven't seen you in a while, so they've seen your hair grow out, brother. So obviously,
Yeah. I left Cape Town. What was it, like? Maybe 18 months ago. I don't think I've cut my hair since then.
yeah. No, bro, but
It's pretty long.
I like it long, bro. You must keep it. But at
pretty
the
long
same
and
time, you see, I did the
It's
same
like,
thing.
long and luscious.
Yeah,
I
did
stole your hair, essentially.
Yeah, my hair disappeared and you grew some. But you're looking
Yeah.
trim in the beard though.
Yeah, I shaved. I went full baby face because of lockdown,
Yeah.
and I had a nervous tick here for a couple of months for some reason. So I was just sitting at my desk pulling my beard out, and I had a massive hole in my chin. So the wife asked me politely if I would shave the whole beard, so it would look like one giant hole and not just a little hole in the side of my chin. So it seemed like the better idea, but then I shaved, and then it was great because of lockdown. I didn't want to see anyone because when you shave, you lose about 4 inches of chin. Your face
Yeah,
becomes
man,
really small and squat.
I
You know?
almost died when I first went. I didn't go all the way down. I did to like a very short number one, and I almost shat myself. My head looked like a
goodness.
basketball.
Yeah, you need a bit of scrum cappage going on there. Otherwise, it's just sort of like if you look at somebody from the front and you've got light over there, it's just like this big mass of skin.
Yeah.
You know, it really helps it helps with like a light there. You can see the shadow and see the chin. But if I had no beard and the light was over here, it would just be like one giant. wash of
Yeah,
white.
just giant
Sort of
flesh-colored
neck to nose.
flesh-colored blob. Now, another thing is Julian
Yeah,
just
no,
said.
Did I? Yes.
Julian just said, first thing I noticed, great framing, golden ratio shit going there.
It's all about the ratios. Yeah, I can't do that because then that doesn't work framing wise.
Okay.
Anyway, because the light's coming from this direction, that's why.
Sure, okay,
That's,
okay. But I must say, dude, your
So did
studio is looking pro, bro. It looks fucking awesome.
Thanks, man. It's just it's a nice compact room. Well, obviously, blessed, it's bigger than
Yeah.
a lot of people have to live in this country. But it's smaller than the room I had in Cape Town, but I actually really enjoy it because half the stuff that I don't use that used to be out collecting dust all the time, I've just put in a cupboard in their boxes, so now the boxes collect dust, and I can still use the equipment I use all the time, sort of right here in front of me. This is my latest addition, which is a very simple MIDI controller, but full 88 keys, like a massive piano. Because I've gotten into making samples and I play around with a lot of sample pack, and I hate having to like control different octaves on the sample stuff you're doing on the computer. So I just sort of, it's really easy to just press all the way.
Yeah, you've like cut out the work
up
now.
and down the keyboard. Yeah, and this was a Black Friday special.
Oh wow.
I think it's an M Audio Key Station MIDI controller, and it was the same price as my small MIDI controller that I had a couple of years ago, which just made no sense at all.
Yeah.
And then behind behind me over there, which you can't really see that.
Yeah, you've got
well,
another.
my-
You've got another piano keyboard thing there.
Yeah, that's First of all, here's a hip flask that I found the other day.
Oh, nice.
And it had some Jamison in it that I hadn't drunk for like 4 years. So. Just...
Hey, well there we go. Cheers, buddy. Excellent. And I see you've actually got another screen there in the corner behind you.
Yeah, so I've got this is a TV I bought from Greek Cameron for 1,000 rand and a bag of weed. As you do.
Yeah,
And
nice.
there's my old PC monitor, which is a secondary screen. So now I compose on this one and have all my folders and apps open over there. So when I'm dragging and dropping and sort of multitasking, it's really
Jeez, that's
easy
awesome,
to.
man.
I'm
That's
all about as little. I love moving around outside of this room, but inside this room, I hate to move.
Yeah, sure. I
So
see
I'd
you.
like to be able to sit here, and then I've also built an L desk, so I can.
Yeah,
sort
that's
of
sick,
switch from
dude. I
one
mean,
side to the
I
other.
think when I was there, it was only across, right?
Yeah, I think I had my small childhood desk was here, and I had just shit everywhere. But
Yeah.
now half of it's in the cupboard and much
Yeah.
neater. I don't
Now-
really use the table much except for rolling joints. So
Nah.
the moment.
Now tell me, I see you rocking some K1 rockets and then some Elisa's 5s. Elevate.
Yeah, so the rockets I bought.
They
in
both work
2014
simultaneously.
secondhand. They can work simultaneously, which was very, very convenient. I set them up via my. I'm going to turn this back. My Focusrite down in here.
Mm-hmm.
So I set the Elisa's I set the rockets to the actual monitor output, and then the Elisa's are just set to almost like I hate to say a headphone jack
Mm-hmm.
in the Focusrite. And depending on the style of music I'm mixing, I switch between. I sometimes do an A/B test between them. Weirdly enough, when you play them together, the room gets softer. It's really funny. They like completely
Wow.
cancel each other out. It's really
Jeez,
bizarre.
strange. That's crazy.
So I can never get a mix of the both speakers at the same time. It just there's some crazy phasing going on there.
Oh wow.
I don't even want to get started. On what's going on in that stuff.
Yeah, I think one set of monitors
so-
can be enough.
No, absolutely.
And you just use the other one as a reference.
like it's just a reference, yeah. And
Yeah.
like I actually use the Elisa's more than anything because the rockets they're so low end heavy.
Well, the
and-
Elisa's have that boost button. They've got that boost switch at the back that you can switch off.
Maybe that's why one of them's louder than the other. Would that be it?
Could be.
Because I
Just
thought
check behind.
maybe I had a bum cable.
Yeah, because I've got the
Well, I will.
Elevate
It's
5.
also okay, these are Luke's old ones? that
Yeah,
I
yeah,
bought
I've
for
got
him
the same
for
ones.
1,000 rand, but not a bag of weed because it's.
Yeah. No. Well, speaking of which, I've got a couple of one garden route equals tree huggers in the comments. We got lighting is full of. He looks like Bob Rock circa 1991. Lighting is full on cinematic.
Oh man, like I'm everybody's 90s wet dream right now. Essentially, this day, right?
Yeah. Julian says he wants to be Bob Rock. And then
I
Jared
want
says,
to be Bob.
he says, I don't know, they got YouTube up the garden route.
It was hard to get the internet because our house is quite far away from the main road. There's no telephone line, so we got a satellite dish that's pointing somewhere Durangon off to a mountain. Okay for this stuff and okay for web browsing and it's okay for downloading, but something happened with my internet service provider recently and I can't game online anymore. All the servers kick me off. And some of the games don't even load if I don't use a VPN that I pay for.
Wow.
So it's like my ISP is causing me to spend like extra money having a VPN which doubles my ping on a I don't know, it's just
That's very strange. That's very strange. Oh, I hope you get that sorted out.
Yeah.
But another thing that I wanted to ask you is that you know, lockdown obviously has been implemented, but I can imagine, like, obviously when coming up with the concept of the name for this episode and stuff, I just find myself always being in my dressing gown and in my like slippers and all that kind of stuff, and I immediately nice.
Hope everyone's staying well hydrated.
Yeah, we're trying.
Something about the garden route. I ran out of beer 2 weeks ago, but I found 3 cigarettes in my drawer, so I traded 3 cigarettes for 2 6-packs with my neighbor.
Nice, that's brilliant, man.
Times are tough, man.
Yeah, times are tough, man. Times are definitely tough. But I wanted to just dovetailing on my last question is that, you know, so obviously I immediately thought of you, and this morning I was like, Earth right now is a pajama planet. I mean, because you'll probably find the majority of the people spend more time in their pajamas now than ever before.
Absolutely. But there's one very important difference, that this planet has a sun and Pyjama Planet does not. And that's why Pyjama Planet is covered with an luminous phosphorescence from all the radiation from when its sun exploded.
Oh, wow.
I guess.
Yes, I read your remember, I think it was your EPK explains what Pyjama Planet is. There's one of the planets exploding over there as well when the sun exploded, and there's Pyjama Planet just chilling in the middle, glowing from the radiation. You know, nice. if you're gonna glow with radiation. For sure. But then the next.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm getting totally sidetracked. Yeah.
No, that's fine, dude. I think it's great because that's exactly what you actually put out a write up on what the whole concept of Pyjama Planet was when you released all the illustrations and stuff.
I did, but I don't think I sent it to anyone. I think it was in a CD cover that, I think maybe 3 people bought and the other 10 I threw out. Actually, very cool. On my first album release, I sold 4 copies, 3 of which my dad bought.
Oh, wow.
So...
Excellent. Yeah, you know what? You are so self-deprecating on Facebook. It's hilarious, bro. Why do you do that to yourself? You should have more confidence.
I guess if I beat somebody to the punch, then I always win.
Hey, that's
and I think that competitive nature is not. I was not born with that. I had to develop it when I met my wife 12 years ago, 13 years ago.
Yeah, for sure. But then the follow
strong woman.
She's a strong woman. And then my follow up was that, you know, obviously you love from the Pyjama Planet. Whenever I came to visit you, you always had your slippers on, your gown. You've got your gown on now. Where the lockdown, I mean, I can't imagine it to have really affected you too much.
No, I mean, I'm feeling white privilege super hard up here because I mean, you've seen this place.
Yeah, you've got so much space. Social distancing for you is like life.
Yeah, I mean, that was part of the intention. But I guess the only thing that's really changed is that we've run out of almond and soy milk more often than usual.
Yeah. Oh, I'm very sorry.
So it's like straight up. Sorry. So
where's
that's
where's
what I
my
mean.
almond milk? Come on.
Straight up privilege. No, it's terrible. And the other day I was baking some brownies and I didn't have butter, so I had to use coconut oil. You know how terrible. Life is.
Life's tough.
Look, I think life's tough. Life's tough for most people, and most people are depressed in some way, but they just won't tell you about it.
Yeah.
Present company included, I'm sure both you and I and a lot of people that we know and are close to either deal with depressive bouts or have very long spells. So this doesn't help at all. But what it does mean is that there are some families and couples and siblings who are getting to spend more time together, more quality time and stuff that we've maybe forgotten about, you know, compared to like when, say, you and I were growing up in the the 90s. I think I don't know. I can't speak from too much experience because I don't actually have a family yet of my own, a new family.
Sure.
My dogs.
Yeah.
I was speaking yesterday. My wife and I were saying if we didn't get a dog 5 years ago, would we have had children by now?
By now. That's a
By
fair
now.
question.
We probably would have. But yeah, we still don't have kids. And we've got 3 dogs. So
Yeah, well, that's awesome. What's the youngest one?
I don't think you met my puppy.
No. That's what I was about to ask you. What's the youngest one's name again?
Flapjack.
Flapjack. That's what I thought. I was about to say Peanut for some reason.
Flapjack. No, she's a little flappy Jackie. She's sort of like.
And how's she been settling in with Juno and Luna?
Great. The older dog just sort of hangs upstairs with my wife while she works, and the other 2 just play outside and run around with me on the farm with my dude.
Okay.
My Shem.
Have you?
And on the quad bike and the Bucky doing some stuff. They just hang out all day.
Must be so rad to just be able to like jam a quad bike every now and again. Just go for a trip around the farm and have a little squiz and just clear the mind. And as well as the same,
really feeling the lockdown, not really.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I mean, yeah. I suppose it's not really affecting you at all, really.
It's affecting me in that I can't go. Like my chainsaw just broke and I can't go fix it.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
And where I live on my property is actually 80% just an alien forest, which we have been instructed to manage and clear and maintain, and that's a lot of chainsawing and a lot of work with the panga. Actually, when I got here, my dude Shem had to teach me how to use a panga properly, because he and I were, traipsing through the forest making a new road, and I was gripping the panga too hard, like a boy, I was like, come here, you fucking tree. And what I did was I got inflammation all through my forearms, but both of them, because I was switching hands, and then I lost the feeling in my fingers because the arms, essentially my arms were too swole from working out in the field too much.
Yeah, and you've been working up a storm, eh?
Yeah, it's very, very different to Cape Town lifestyle in that I still work during the day as often as I can, but as much as I'm inside, I'm outside, and most of my time, I think I'm actually just lifting and pulling trees up a hill and like down a hill and into a wood chipper and onto a bucky and like then lifting a stone and like.
But you enjoy that. I know you've enjoyed that. You enjoy that stuff thoroughly.
I do. I didn't know that I would enjoy it, but I really do. I used to hate going to gym, but I had a burning desire. Is that you calling somebody or somebody calling me? I can't work that out.
No. So I was just calling. I thought I muted. Should we grab another small one? Sorry, live TV people. Live YouTube. No, I did
We're doing it live. We're doing it live.
I like this live thing as well.
Doing it live.
You were one of the very influential and very helpful people when I started getting this going. You helped me every step of the way, actually, right from the very beginning.
Really? I don't remember. You're going to have to tell me.
Well,
point by point.
Well, I mean, you were the first person that I consulted with regards to like video and what's good for this and because that's when I met you. That was your prime function. You used to make videos.
I did. I used to make it for money, believe it or not. There's actually money in the arts somewhere.
Of course.
I had a decent run doing film and video. I say film because it's the glorified term of video, but everybody just does video, I guess. I had a decent amount of fun and a minuscule amount of success. When I say success, my wife and I doing what we did, I was able to feed ourselves and feed the dog, but never was never satisfied because I was always coming back to the studio and just sort of writing. And I eventually worked out, excuse me, it was about 2015. I decided that maybe music is this thing for me, not because I didn't enjoy film. It was more because music gave me so much more of a rush. And it had been a part of my life since I was like 6 when I started playing music. So it seemed like a logical step if I could find the work. But it's taken me 5 years to get to this point now where at the moment I actually have enough work where I'm busy every day on a couple of projects, and I'm super chuffed and blessed to be able to.
Yeah, I see you making lots of game like soundtracks and stuff at the moment.
Yeah, and a lot of it came from just literally cold-hearted spamming. I found a Facebook page called I think it was Indie Game Developers. There's a couple of them, and I went on there and I joined, but I just sat in the background and I just checked, just checked what was going on. And every week, believe it or not, there was a freaking composer coming onto the group. How's it, guys? Composer, I do this, I have the style, and I do that one, and I do that one, and here's my portfolio. And then like some of them wouldn't even link their portfolio and blah, blah. And it's the same thing every time, every week. Everybody did the same thing. I was like, well, clearly this is not going to work, because a lot of the game developers would start sort of lambasting and mocking these composers, like, here comes another composer. So I sort of didn't want to, I was like, no, I'm not going to put myself out there. That's way too risky. And that's also like my nature. I don't really like going full out. That's why, typing on Facebook, it's very easy. What I did was
keyboard warrior.
When developers, when game developers started posting promos of their games, and bear in mind, these are people who don't have money, they don't have budgets, they don't have anything. So I knew what I was getting myself into. I would contact them directly instead of spamming. I would say, how's it going? I assume you've gotten a few messages like this, but I think I'm an appropriate fit because, and I did that with a few people and wrote music for a few independent games, and some of it was very simple, some of it was nice and complex, some of it was what I enjoy writing, and some of it was not. But some of those guys, some of those people, I actually made enough of a connection with that they've retained me on their team. And one of them actually now got funding just before the pandemic hit. They got funding to make a game in Poland, and I was their first choice for music because I'd written music for them for the last couple of years, and for free. So it really was it's a bit of a gamble, but also I was quite specific about the projects I chose. It was like, I didn't spam everyone. I probably messaged like one developer every 3 months when I saw something that I could see that.
Well, you've got to put yourself out there.
Their game right then had potential. Yeah. So I was trying to see not that their project right then had potential, but that them as an artist had potential.
Yeah. No, I get you completely. That's crazy.
Yeah, I was like screening the independent developers from the back end. It was quite funny. I think we got majorly sidetracked. We were talking about your when I first bumped into you, which was 2014 in Kill City.
Was it 2014? I was just saying, must have been 2013, 2014, because obviously I started jamming with like Atlantic South from a young stage in late 2012, and then we did the whole of 2013, and then we played our first live show in 2014. Wasn't it 2013? Are you sure?
So then it must have been 2013, because I didn't play many shows with All Guns Full Ammo where you guys were actually playing. I think maybe like a year's worth, and then that was it, and then I was gone.
Yeah. Did we ever
even share the stage with you guys?
Yeah, dude, of course you did. We did it a couple of times. I just remember...
I don't know why I can't remember anything over the last 15 years.
I wonder why. I remember the day you came and you're like, hey, did you go to Ronnebosch? And I was like, oh, you Gareth Howard. I remember you were in a second base in standard 2 or something. Like, you gave me this long story about you saw me the one time, and it was hilarious. And then
You were my sexual hero when I was in preschool, primary school.
oh man, let's not go too deep into that though. But I've got the chat here. We've got Ollie Shredderson saying, I don't know why I always get that wrong. Some KRK boosts. Then he had a revelation about the boost button, Julian says. Thomas Marwick says, hey bro, and Law sending some love from the UK.
That's my bro. It's my brother-in-law.
Yeah, it's Lyndall's
How's
brother,
it, Tom,
right?
bro? Yeah, it's Lyndall's brother. How's it, man?
And
Hope you're good. This is for you, Tom.
Cheers, mate. Cheers. Then Art Perez says chainsaws get me hot. When you were talking about your chainsaw.
Dude, I did the most fun project about 3 weeks ago. It's yet to be released. There was a guy in Joburg. How do you say this? Greg, is it Van Kerkhoff?
Van Kerkhoff, yeah.
Van Kerkhoff.
Yeah. Red Helen bassist, Technopath.
Yeah. And all most insane musician. Oh,
he is crazy. God. Have you seen his bass takes for Fiverr? There's a thing called Fiverr.
I haven't.
Now.
No.
Oh, dude, go look at it. He's got this.
I haven't seen them.
All his videos are just sensational. Have you seen that middle bass thing he did?
No. Yeah. What, for Davey 504?
No, yeah, he did that one, but then he's also got one of the Red Helen songs up on a site, but it's just a site to behold, bro. His technique and everything is insane.
Well, what I loved about Greg was not only his face, but mainly his playing ability. And I saw that the first time I realized he was a true genius was when he was beatboxing and playing guitar and rapping.
Yes. But didn't he do it? Wasn't that the collaboration with Chris Xenopoulos of Alvidinia and Technopath as well?
No. This is a standalone video. It's the first time I saw him actually post something on Facebook. Well, I think actually like somebody shared it and I clicked on it.
Yeah. No, he's crazy talented.
Totally sidetracked. So he came up with this idea. He contacted a few people and he just decided that we should all receive the same sample and try and make a song out of it. So we did just that. And it involved me all on camera as well. So it'll be released in video. Me in my underpants, but with full protective gear, but also just underpants, using my chainsaw. And then it's kind of weird. And so I recorded the audio and then cut it into a nice sample and I sent it on, and everybody, all 5 of us, produced a full 60 to 90 second song with this one sample of a chainsaw. And hair in my mouth. It's also something I'm getting used to. The hair gets in my mouth when I'm brushing my teeth and when I'm eating and when I'm just clearly just breathing. So that's a different thing.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe it's Maybelline. And maybe I wasn't born with it, and I didn't think I would die with hair either. My father's bald.
Yeah, well, I mean, listen, you're in your mid-30s. I don't think you're gonna lose hair, dude.
No. My dad was bald at 23. I think.
Yeah.
You know, like so. Anyway, besides the point, hair's in my mouth again. So what I found exceptional was that not only can you make a song out of a chainsaw, but like I'm talking about a whole song. I'm talking about drum kits.
Well, you just sample it up cymbals, and kicks, add snares. Keys. Yeah.
No. You could only use that sample. Do you understand what I mean?
I understand.
So
I completely understand.
You couldn't add anything. Okay.
No.
So,
yeah. So you pitch shift it and do a whole bunch of things, make melodies with it just from that sample.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Guys created songs that sounded like, some of this was like amazing and industrial sounding, like groove pop. I don't know,
Yeah,
I have
amazing.
no idea what sort of genre to name it. Mine came out like a Psytrance song, which is completely unintended. Yeah, it was crazy with this like crazy bass line. But that's going to be super fun to release. We're all going to release the song, and there's going to be behind the scenes videos, and it'll be like a short EP, and we're going to hopefully do those every month or so.
Awesome, man.
Like,
that sounds
do a
great.
new sample, and yeah, it's just like, and then the idea is, I imagine maybe it's all up to Greg. Maybe he'll get more people involved, and some people won't do it, or one day there'll be 10 or 15 people doing it one week. I don't know.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that was a cool project that I had recently. But
Yeah, that's super
anyways,
cool. And then you also, what you're doing right now is also, I don't know if you want to talk about it just yet. It's something that you're thinking about doing next week. You kind of know what I'm talking about. Let me know if you wanna quickly touch on that.
my side business.
Yes.
My side business, bro.
My side piece, bro.
I permit you to can you put a picture on screen for everybody watching?
Yeah, of course.
So I sent you one of those product shots on WhatsApp.
Do you want me to pull those shots up?
Yeah.
Okay, I can do that. Just let's do this for a second. There we go. Let's do this.
I'm up. Either one doesn't matter.
Pull it up. Right, guys.
I'll run you in.
Yeah. Thank you to everybody who stuck around. I'm checking on the wait, Demi. I love how I get summoned to bring more wine. Yeah, you damn right. Oh, that's brilliant. I'm sorry. Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do, hey? Just waiting to load this so I can see what Mr. Allnut has been up to, and he's got some stuff planned.
So I got into sampling maybe 18 months, 2 years ago, when I just decided that like I couldn't afford, like most people, I couldn't afford sample packs and instrument packs to create cool music. So I just started making my own sounds, and then I thought, well, what's better than making sounds than sharing sounds? So I started sharing a few, and then I was like, well, I'm going to take that one step further. So now I'm going to monetize them so I can try and take money away from my friends during the pandemic. So that's what I'm doing next week, essentially. I am launching a side business to Pyjama Planet Studios, which is also under the same bracket, but it's Pyjama Planet Samples. And I will be periodically uploading video packs that I have either been making over the last year or ones that I will be making for commercialization, with the intent of building up enough of a collection online on my product store, which will actually be online next week, that one day somebody can go there and have enough to download, both free and paid and whatever. You can have enough there to download and purchase and make your own music from scratch, going from beats to synths to strings to guitars to voices to whatever you want. So I'm building, essentially trying to take all the sounds that I've been making and using and building for myself to create my own sound, but I want to start sharing them around. And some of the ones that I've put a hell of a lot of time into, I'll put up for a minuscule amount of cash.
And as you as you're saying this, I'm pulling up your images. There we go. We got the clanky metal bass, made for Contact Player 6 full version.
Yeah. So there, unfortunately, is the only niche in that I only have one sampler available to me at the moment, and that is the Contact Player made by Native Instruments. And because I only bought that recently, I have version 6 and not version 5, which most people in the world have. So another problem. But the samples I make are made for use in Native Instruments Contact Player. They do work in the free player, but I think there might be a 30-minute timeout, and then
so it's like a trial kind of vibe.
Just close your door and reopen the door. It's like a trial kind of vibe. The only way to work around that is for me to pay Native Instruments $1,000 per instrument I make, for them to code it to work in the free player. It's such a lot of bullshit.
Jeez, okay, that's a
That's not even, that's $1,000, a lot of money. That's not even talking about like going into the licensing. So if I wanted to start licensing products to be an official Native Instruments contact product, to have serial numbers, to be loadable and proper for sale, that's insane. Then you actually have, I mean, then you have to, every serial number that you sell for your product, you effectively actually have to buy first from Native Instruments. That's like an insane amount of money per serial number.
Jeez, that's hectic, eh? And
makes
Native
no- it
Instruments are
makes
the
no
guys who
sense. It's
make
not-
contact, right?
Yeah, it's not set up for your sort of indie music development at all. So my products are definitely targeting niche people that either have a home studio that has a decent amount of software really, or full-time producers that are looking for other sort of interesting sounds that they haven't heard of before in their own repertoire. And the Clanky Metal bass was the first bass guitar that I owned, which actually first belonged to my brother-in-law Tom, who might still be on the live stream.
Yeah, he's just
and I
commented twice, little clap hands and waves. Nice one. What's up, Tom? Don't forget to subscribe to Papa G's house.
So he subscribe, Tom. And yeah, so I was going to sell that bass on because I have another bass that I use that's actually more appropriate for the style of stuff that I write nowadays. Different tone, not better tone, different tone.
Mm-hmm.
So I was going to sell that bass, so I sampled it for prosperity's sake with Dion van Heerden of old Strident fame.
Yes, didn't he come
Carl
stay on
Middleton
your
Space Fan.
farm, and didn't you guys? That was isn't that where the chainsaw sample came from?
That's where some samples came from. Dion was here for maybe 3 days, 4 days, and we just made noise and sounds and just recorded everything. I've got a rondavel here that's made out of, I think, tin.
It's amazing.
There's amazing, hectically loud, short decay reverb in there. So we went in there and sampled djembe drums and buckets, and I think we had like music stands that we hit with hammers because they had a pitch to them, and then we sampled bushwhackers and weed eaters and chainsaws, and those we're going to make into instruments. But super
Crazy.
fun. Yeah, so I sampled this bass guitar for prosperity's sake, and it had, even though it had been set up recently, intonation was done, had a service. This thing was quite old. I think Tom got it when he was a teenager, so it's, over 10 years old.
Yeah.
The thing had seen that, even though I'd used it mainly in my studio, it had seen better days. So when I played it, it had a hell of a lot of fret buzz and clankiness.
Yeah.
I decided to focus.
I like that clanky sound.
I decided to focus on that as like a defining character of the sound, and I realized that like actually having a dirty sounding bass would be really sick when you put like excessive amounts of distortion.
Yeah, of course.
And it did. So I took those samples, I made it into various plugins, but this one specifically was reamped a couple of times through various things in various velocity layers and zones or whatever, and built into this plugin, which I'm going to be releasing hopefully next week when
Awesome,
the product
man.
store's online. And there's also some super fun promo videos coming for it. And I had local guys in the South African, I had the local guys in the South African metal scene use the plugin to write songs for me and make videos.
Oh wow!
And yeah, it's going to be super awesome. So those will be released throughout the next couple of weeks and months for this plugin. Also to try and get it internationally. I know like all the people I know in this country will see it, and maybe one person would like to buy it, or somebody else would like it for free. I don't know how I'd get it to them for free, but
yeah.
The idea is to get it elsewhere, and to get it onto all the metal and gent sites and forums and stuff. And the guys that I hired to write the songs for me, I essentially was paying for advertising because they have fantastic reach in their personal capacity and with all their bands anyway. So they're going to be posting this material and linking to my product page. So that was the sort of very basic marketing plan to get this stuff out.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
Use and abuse
community-wise, yeah. Look, if there's guys who want to do it,
and they're all artists, so
and if they're willing to do it, then why not? There's no problem. I think that's great. I think that's cool, and I think it's awesome that you've decided to try your hand at that, you know, at the instrument side of things in terms of plugins, and that's cool. I mean, I
Oh,
watched
man,
the
it's just,
entire.
you know, it's like a. I'm listening to you. Go for it.
No, no, no. I was just saying I
Go for it.
watched the
Good. So,
entire video that you put together to make that sound, and it was enthralling. It was amazing. It was super informative. The way I think you should go back to doing some more vlog type videos as well, just for
so
fun.
yeah, so I'm plagued. I'm plagued by various issues with productivity and creativity, and mainly in that most of my work nowadays is music. So not only do I get very little time to write my own music for funsies
Mm-hmm.
and like for the soul, not only that, I like forget to do things like vlogs. But I've got cameras set up behind this phone. I've got my cameras and mics and lights set up, so I'm actually recording all the time in my studio when I'm writing and doing various things. And when I was recording 2 days ago, I was sampling my oven tray and oven grills because they had a specific ring, and I pitched them. And actually, I put a microphone inside my oven tray with the grill on, and I flicked it, and it sounded like a spring reverb underneath there. So like that's going to be something cool to do.
Awesome.
And stretch and manipulate and distort, and you know, and so those sort of things I'll always film, and it goes into the backlog. And when I know, and I've got this massive list on my screen here of like vlogs to make, and the list just gets longer and longer because of all the footage I come up with and the ideas I come up with. But there's going to be one point where the blue balls are going to explode, and there'll be like 20 vlogs released in like 20 weeks. But it's all getting to that point. I'm just very fortunate at the moment that I actually have a lot of work, so I haven't been able to do things like.
Well, that's great, man. That's actually amazing. That's amazing. I've just been alerted another comment from Tom. Done and done. Got the bass in grade 11, 2008. Yeah, loving the live stream, guys. Getting lit right along with you, bro. Getting lit.
So 2008, the 12-year-old bass getting lit, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Do you think anybody listening would want to hear a section of a new Pyjama Planet song?
Guys, what do you think? Hit me up in the comments. You want to hear some brand new Pyjama Planet? I think I do. Definitely. Absolutely. You have, in the meantime, sent that to me already. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly pull that up. And then I don't think you're going to be able to hear it your side, dude. But
me?
Yeah.
It's fine. You just tell me when you're pressing play, and then I'll disappear from the screen.
No. I've taken you off screen already. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, I want to see if I.
Okay, let's check it out.
Hello.
Yes, Art Pereira is saying yes. Pyjama Planet.
So this, can you still hear me there?
Pardon? Yeah, of course I can hear you.
Can you still hear me?
Yes, I can.
So
Always.
This is the demo.
Of course.
This is the demo before my boy Luke Otto has already tracked his bass parts for the song. I have yet to mix them in properly. So this demo is sans.
Oh wait, are you playing it to me your side?
No, I'm not playing it to yours. I'm just trying to find something.
Okay. Because I'm gonna play what you sent me, right?
Yeah. So it's essentially a demo in that it hasn't got all the people on it that are going to be tracking. Drums are undecided. I was wanting to use my boy Gareth Lloyd on drums, but he doesn't have the right USB cable in lockdown. So he can't get his E-kit to function properly, and I will have to do a tutorial with him to like get him to learn how to use Reaper to track. So we're gonna see what happens there. I have contacted some other guys overseas who are interested to, because I'm all about the collaboration and stuff. My first album was with local lead guitarists and stuff and drummers, and now I'm going to try and get one or two people from Johannesburg, and then get overseas people to just collaborate on this next album that's coming out. So this album is going to be coming out hopefully in a month, but the first single, and the album's called Magenta.
Magenta.
And Magenta is the name. Magenta is a female humanoid living on Pyjama Planet. So
But it's also
the
a color.
album Magenta is about her story. Yes, but it's spelled Madjenta.
Magenta, like gent.
Yeah, because
Magenta.
it's an I'm doing the album on my 7-string, so it's a bit more.
No, for sure.
Slightly more gent-esque riffs every now and then. So
okay, well, without further ado, we've got 50 seconds of your upcoming single. You mind if I press play? I'm gonna press play in 3, 2, 1.
Go for it.
3, 2, 1. Mr. Mark Allnut, that is the most dissonance I've heard come out of Pyjama Planet Studios in my life.
That's amazing.
There's so much
I'm
dissonance
all about the melody
and groove and awesomeness, bro. Fatness. Art Pereira saying, I hate my e-kit, long live real drums, and spending tons of cash to record real drums. And then Ollie says, fatness. Dude, that sounds great. Get me off your screen.
So that song's... Sorry. So that song's going to have... So Luke Otto on bass.
Yeah.
Not in there, unfortunately. That was it's actually one of my old sample basses that was playing in there. So Luke Otto is going to be on bass. Drummer undecided, and very exciting, the song has a guest solo by none other than Chris Anopoulos from Zableg, Vulvadinia, and Technopath.
Yes, he's killing it.
I
need to get him on the podcast.
You do need to get him on the podcast.
I will. I'll maybe see if I can get him next week sometime. See if he's available.
Hit a boy up. He's the sweetest guy on the planet, but also everybody will tell you that, so it's nothing new.
No, sure. I can see by the way he interacts with people online and all that kind of jazz. He's a sweetheart for sure.
Testament to his character, right?
Yeah,
He's like he's younger than you and I. I think maybe even by 10 years. I think, and he's gotten far further than you and I ever would have gotten with music. But because of his temperament and because of how approachable I think he is.
Yeah, well, also
he's an insane musician. So.
Yeah, and he knows how to. Well, I mean that whole crew. I mean they all just know how to market and how to, and at the same time be extremely. I mean, his talent.
Humble.
Let's talk about the talent for a minute. Jeez, crazy.
I mean, him and like. Luandile as
well. Luandile, Prusent, yeah.
Yeah, Technopath, sorry. And even like Duncan, I'm not, slam vocals are not what I wake up to in the morning.
Yeah.
But if I'm going to wake up to slam vocals, it's going to be Duncan's slam vocals.
Yeah, he's really good. They're all really good. I really need to get these guys on this podcast. I mean, you've now...
But have you not had any of them?
No, I haven't. I planned to have them here while they were in Cape Town, but it just didn't work out for some reason. I think I had it set up with Warren Gibson of Plug Music, and then I went through this crazy work period where podcast everything took a backseat, and I just wasn't able to do it. So we never actually solidified the date. Where a lot of the stuff that I've done in person. Big shout out to Warren Gibson of Plug Music. He set up quite a few of them with me, which is great. Love the work he's doing. But anyway,
would you want to do like, maybe you could do like a joint call with, well, I don't know if joint call would work with like 2 people.
No, it will. I've
thing,
already done it.
You have? That's
yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
Because then you could you should totally do, I don't know if you must have thought of doing Facing the Gallows, getting them on.
Well, I mean, I've already had them
celebrate.
on in person. But yes, but definitely
I know,
to
but
celebrate.
since they're amazing,
Yeah, dude,
I mean,
crazy.
they're like, you know,
they're now signed band with a label in Germany. It's fucking cool.
Go to Wacken, amazing.
Yeah.
Go to Wacken and come back with something concrete, like a signing.
Yeah.
Like, fuck me.
Yeah,
that
dude.
That is insane.
That is insane. Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't think I think they did stream I don't know if they streamed the performance. I saw it, an after take or something, and I just loved the energy. I remember Zombies was exactly the same, insane energy, and it's like that's why these bands that do get sent over from our country work so well there, because they not only do they have amazing sounding music, but they just look the part, and they like on stage they look the part, and like that's why it works. But I mean, I haven't read up too much about who they signed with, but I went to their YouTube channel.
Yeah,
like 180,000 followers or something. Like,
no, dude. I mean, it's a legit label for sure. I went and actually did some digging.
Yeah,
and
I didn't know.
They got some great artists and
insane.
stuff as well.
I mean, I don't know how they did that. It's not that they shouldn't have. And it's amazing, and like hats off to them. They're doing something like that is, I think, what every single one of us who does play music live or has played music live has always wanted to be able to do, which is just be like, do everything else, fuck you.
Yeah,
and then
fuck
just, like,
you,
get on
come
a bus
on.
and go tour and like write albums. Yeah, fuck you. just go and do music on the road and writing tunes and just, you know, I don't know.
Look, I don't know.
I
don't think the road's for me. I quite enjoy just doing what I'm doing.
Especially not now. I mean, like, I can't imagine playing. I can't even imagine playing a gig. You know, I actually played a few gigs here in the wilderness. I like took out the bass guitar and I went to a couple of jam nights, and you know, I just like eventually I was like, I'm just like playing metal riffs over everybody's folk jams. What's going on here, Mark?
Oh, that's amazing.
And I also had I was using my guitar multi-effects pedal, so I had like this epic chorus and flanges, and I had delays, and then I was doing like wah bass solos. But like everybody was too confused, and then like didn't really work out, wasn't really invited back. So anyway,
yeah, it happens, bro. Whatever. But anyway, dude, I think we're going past an hour now. I do have a comment here from.
It's been super fun, man.
Yeah, dude. I think we really need to do this again soon. And I've just got another comment here that says longest and raddest guest spot so far. How's that?
Oh, that's so sweet. Who was
you?
That?
You're just so easy to talk to, dude.
I'll do. Thanks. It's because I can't see you in person.
Yeah, it's true. And we've had a proper catch up. That's amazing, dude. But I want to first of all congratulate you for getting your little side business going with your plugins. I think it's great. I think it's cool that you're like creating artwork and stuff for it. I'm stoked that you have got a new Pyjama Planet project for the band, in inverted commas, air quotes, because you've already got Pyjama Planet studio stuff out there for current games and stuff like that. So
yeah, it's
very
also
cool.
Confusing. I don't even know what's going on.
Well, that's what I mean. I know the difference. You doing Pyjama Planet Studios 24/7, and you're doing games and you're producing stuff. But then you've also got stuff that I think that you write specifically for the band.
Yeah, so it's like Pyjama Planet Studios is like the overarching umbrella, and then under there is Pyjama Planet, which is like the music I write for myself, and then Pyjama Planet Studios is the music I write for clients, and it's also when I do mixing and mastering and sort of other production for people. And now under that as well is Pyjama Planet Samples. And people still actually get me confused sometimes. They refer to me as like Juiced Robot, which was my old film thing, and I also did music under there, and it just confused everyone, and still confuses me. So the Juiced Robot is actually like inactive because I don't really make. Every now and then when I make a music video or a video on music about somebody else, I will put it up on there. But anything else like related to myself or my work is under Pyjama Planet.
For sure. Well, now according to the comments,
PyjamaPlanet.com is where it's at, and it has been at for 4 to 5 years on PyjamaPlanet.com. But PyjamaPlanet.com is getting an overhaul, and will be relaunching next week as well.
Sweet.
Have all the samples up that I make, and my samples and portfolios and albums and everything, all that kind of stuff in one place, one
Sick.
hub.
Well, check out Pyjama Planet on Studios on Facebook, PyjamaPlanet.com. According to some people on in the comments, you now referred to as Mr. PP. But thank you so much for joining me, dude. It's been an absolute pleasure. I can't wait to do this again. We will wait another couple of weeks to have you on. I feel like we didn't really even go half as deep as we could, but I mean, we're going close on hour 40 minutes on this episode, so I'll close off now and say good to see you. It's great to see you doing well. Keep on trucking, and I hopefully
Thanks,
when
man.
everything normalizes, we'll see you soon.
Me too, dude. And I can't see you right now, but I think of you often enough that it's imprinted into my brain. So good to see you again.
Sweet, brother. Thank you so much. Send love to Lyndall as
Cheers,
well,
buddy.
Cheers, buddy. Ciao.
And to Demi and the Poochie Poos. Bye.
Sweet, man. Ciao. All right. That was Mr. Mark Allnut. Mr. PP, as Julian Emden and Ollie are saying. Gareth needs to pee-pee. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. But then again, we're going about an hour and 40 minutes. I'm not going to go and start looking at a whole bunch of videos and all that. I think you've all had enough. I think we've had a great episode today. That was by far my longest. And definitely a rad guest spot. He's just so easy to talk to. One of my favorite people. I've stayed at his place in the wilderness. It is something to behold for sure. We'll save the cool stories for next week for sure. But with all good things need to come to an end. Please remember to subscribe to Papa G's House. Email me at papaghouse@gmail.com. Follow the Instagram page. Follow Twitter. Everything at Papa G's House. Really cool to sit down and chat to everybody. I love you guys lots. Tuesday, Friday. Once again, thank you to everybody who is new in the comments. Some more new faces, which is great. So I'll have some new interviews on Tuesday. I'll have some new content. I just want to come here and chat with you guys. That is exactly what's going to happen on Tuesday. You'll be here. I'll be here. And it's going to be an excellent hang with all of us. Okay, bye, guys. Always good to hang in a vertical world. Love you guys lots. But until then, this is Papa G's House, episode 36. Until then, we say peace.
I don't wanna go anywhere else. I wanna go to Papa G's.
Yeah, that's where we're going.